So the word that is an interesting word, which is going to become more talked about, is alignment. Have you heard this?
No.
So alignment is the phrase used in AI research to kind of understand how aligned this technology is with humanity.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and it's going to be abused for the same, the same way that we see ChatGPT becoming biased already.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can ask it to make a joke about.
I took this screenshot off of the ChatGPT ad for GPT-4.
Safer and more aligned.
Aligned.
And I was like, what does that mean?
Aligned with how
really?
you want to use it.
Yeah, it's all about alignment.
Announcing ChatGPT-4, a large multimodal model with our best ever results on capabilities and alignment. Yeah, what is it?
So it sounds very similar to, like, creating. I think there's validity to it. We need to be concerned about alignment. We need to be concerned. How is this technology, helping or hurting humanity? However, the problem is that different people have very different perceptions of what is good and what is bad for humanity. So, the people at OpenAI are telling it not to make a joke about Biden, but make a joke about Trump.
Yeah.
They're already kind of creating these rule sets
Right.
of like what is acceptable and what's not
Right.
acceptable. Elon comes out, we need TruthGPT, the fully uncensored version, which is going to come out, and then that's going to be chaos because, you be able to, how do I, create this virus?
Right.
And
how do I make a bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, you can already do that in searching. So,
Right.
Ultimately, models are going to become more personalized. You would hope that you would have the ability to control that yourself. How censored of a version do I want? Do I want the safer version? But I and then the Max Tegmark and his institute and Elon signed it, came out with this whole thing to pause AI. Do you see that?
Yes.
Which is surprising, but also, they're concerned, rightfully. We don't know because it's becoming more autonomous and it's potentially, So
here's something that Jamie just pulled up. Elon Musk reportedly purchases thousands of GPUs for generative AI project at Twitter. Reports say it's a commitment to AI despite signing cautionary AI pause letter. Well, I don't know exactly what that means. Like, why?
Yeah, so basically they're pursuing their own because this.
Right.
So there's some drama involved with Elon and OpenAI because he put $100 million into the original, and then so they were a nonprofit in their first years, and then they realized, okay, we need more money. We need supercomputers. So
Right.
this is not going to be a cheap endeavor. We need billions of dollars, and so they have a sort of hybrid model where there's a for-profit entity and a nonprofit, and they sort of help each other. And I think there was a Semaphore article on Elon's trying to take over OpenAI, which I'm not going to say that it's like the full truth of it. I think we don't know. But so Altman and Elon were working together early on, and then Elon, I think, tried to like take over. Not I don't even know if it was a hostile takeover, but wanted to lead the effort, and it didn't work. People didn't want it to happen. And so, they went off and did their thing, and then Elon left. And I think that, that must be frustrating to him. He put $100 million in, and they to do OpenAI, which you would assume means it's going to be open source and ethical.
Yeah.
And then they keep on going. They become the biggest app in the world. And, the original investors are kind of like, okay.
Right.
That's not cool. And so, Twitter should start their own AI. They have some of the best training data in the world. It's just the most accurate real-time language use in humanity. So they're probably going to come out with something cool. And then you've got a bunch of other folks. There's a open alternative ChatGPT called Colossal, which is decent, but they're still reliant on some small parts of ChatGPT. But yeah, I mean, it's, with what we're seeing, there's more than meets. There's a lot of business drama happening behind the scenes, with the Substack stuff, with the OpenAI stuff, and
yeah.
I think that I just don't buy into the whole secrecy is going to save us mentality, and I don't see OpenAI like saying, oh, okay, at this point we now believe this to be safe enough to release. I just think that they're going to keep hoarding, and when really they should give us a path to when if we're going to be relying on them. They're getting so powerful so fast.
Yeah.
They need to give us a path to when it's going to be transparent, and also why are you doing all this bias. And I think there should be rev share baked in for humanity, because why not have, rather than have the government fund UBI, why not have the billion-dollar tech companies that are taking everybody's data, give everybody a little rev share on it. If they're using your data and it's actually being processed and used on a regular basis, give everybody a little bit. You can still be rich. You can still, become a huge company. I in my opinion,
that's your mindset.
Yeah. But to be honest, it's not just me. Like, that is what is going to be smart for them. Like, Elon even is doing monetization on Twitter. They're working on it. They're trying to do encrypted messages, apparently. Ultimately what's best for the community is, I think, better for the corporation long term, unless they want to fight this war, which they're going to, and maybe they do. But
fight this war
for to be the top AI.
Yeah,
platform.
I'm sure that's what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's a very good point. Like, where are you getting the data that's allowing you to do this? It's basically everyone's data.
It's everyone's data.
Yeah.
It's just the internet.
Yeah.
And who owns the internet? No one owns, because the internet is an open source, decentralized protocol.
But it seems to me like this is the first rumblings of cyborgs. This is the first steps that is going to force our integration. Because if this does become something you can access instantaneously in your mind with some thing that you put on your head or something you put in your head, I don't see people not taking that.
What does that look like in your visual system? So you integrate Neuralink, and it's in there, and because we kind of have our internal eye, mind's eye. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, what we see when we dream.
Yeah,
it's something. Our eyes aren't open, but we're seeing.
Right.
So what would that even feel like to search the internet through your brain? Like, are you seeing something? Like, do you feel it?
I think there's probably going to be multiple versions of it. It's going to get better and better, which is why you don't want to be an early adopter, but maybe you do.